Hello everyone and welcome back to the ESL Cup number 120. We are jumping into the finals. It is that time, guys. We have the finals up and ready for you guys. It is this guy. Sorry, I should have his names prepared, but I don't. So. Alright guys, we're jumping into this. This is the finals for the ESL Cup number 120. So that means it is a best of 5. So without further ado, spawning in the top right position, the green Zerg player, it is ARAMNI. And spawning in the bottom left position, the red Zerg player, it is Penguin. Both players deciding to go for a very similar build, hatchery before pool, and some of them really doing anything super cheesy or anything like that. We do see a Baneling that's coming down now from ARAMNI. He's just going to start perp, and then Penguin does a very similar build at the same time, just getting a Baneling nest. So it looks like we're going to be jumping into this Ling Bane type stuff. Couple Lings get into the base. Penguin just running around. ARAMNI is going to be able to defend against this. Third base starts for both players practically at the same time. Speed upgrade is about to finish up. A couple differences here and there, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Nope. Both players don't have any spines or anything like that to support this. So we'll see what happens with these players. Either they're going to be on the super aggression or allow them to or super aggressive or just go on the defensive. We shall see. Drones is kind of hanging out here. Both these players have look at the positioning too. The overlords are almost on the same positioning. It is beyond almost mirrored, man. Lings coming, have a little small skirmish. ARAMNI. Here comes the difference. ARAMNI actually switched into the roach. Just kind of hit that roach warren over there in the back, and so he's going to be start pumping out about 12 roaches here. And difference, Penguin's actually going for Spire. So with these roaches coming out, ARAMNI needs to do the damage quick before Penguin gets enough mutas out to start doing some significant damage. And roaches are on the field now. We'll see if he sends them across the map or what exactly to do with them. There he goes. He's sending them across the map. Overlord from Penguin sees the huge swell of roaches coming. A spine gets put down. Another spine gets put down. A third spine gets put down. And now just a lot of Lings start getting put in production here for Penguin. Spire is still going. They have fourth spine. But it is a huge attack. Not to mention a lot of Banes here from ARAMNI. So ARAMNI's going to push in with these Lings, push in with the Banes, try to get some kind of surface damage so that way the roaches come in. And here we go, roaches coming in, going to try to start tanking for those spines. Spines are just not yet finished. Banes coming in, landing on top of the Banes and the Lings of Penguin. More Banes coming in, and the roaches coming in. Perfect time. show up right before the spine's finished. One spine has gone down. Second Bane going off, getting rid of almost the whole entire Penguin drone line. Spine finishes up here, but Spire is on the way. Bane Nest is getting taken down. Only 2 mutas though. And the Roaches from Armani just push on forward. And we see more Banes coming in for Armani. Roaches just pushing all the way through. Is it going to be enough though? Can Penguin hold on to this? And Bane's going to come in. He's going to go straight after this. GG gets called. Armani takes game number 1 very quickly. And a super aggressive roach push. And yeah, good job for Armani to be able to do just a phenomenal job with that push. And we'll see what matchup they want next, guys. This is the final, so this is a best of 5. Right now we have Penguin versus Armani. If you guys do the I bracket into chat, you'll be able to see all the different players that we've had throughout the tournament. And of course, ESL runs these tournaments periodically. I think there's like 2 or 3 a week. The one on Sunday happens every Sunday, 3 p.m. West Coast, 6 p.m. East Coast. And it's open for all America. It's basically an open. And we'll see if we can't get this going. There we go, Abyssal. And invite to game makes. And we'll get this up and running. Of course, guys, if you follow the channel, I do appreciate that. If you guys do the bit cheers and all that, I really appreciate it. So I really encourage you guys to do that. I am Twitch affiliated. So I really would love for you guys to be able to do that. And I appreciate it if you guys can. And all of these VODs, all these videos will be up on YouTube later this afternoon. So if you guys want to rewatch any of these matchups, make sure you just follow the links below and just subscribe to my YouTube, and they'll be up there shortly. Alright guys, we'll be jumping into Abyssal Reef. Let's get the player introductions and names and all that going. Alright, spawning in the bottom right position, the green Zerg player up 1 in the best of 5 series. It is Armani. And spawning in the top left position, the red Zerg player down 1 in this best of 5. It is Penguin. Both players very similar build yet again. No one's decided to go for any kind of cheese or any sort of nonsense like that. As I said, there we go. There's the difference. Armani going for a pull first before hatchery, and this is depending on the matchup, depending on each player. This could spell disasters for Armani. It works in 2 ways, and it's kind of weird to say it this way. It works in 2 ways. First way is you get the cancel. Armani rushes in with Lings, gets the cancel on Penguin's natural, but Penguin was able to defend well enough that he actually counters and destroys Armani. And I've seen that happen time and time again, where you may lose your natural, you may lose this base, but you've accumulated so many units here that you push on forward and actually counter really well. Or Armani rushes in with Lings and nothing happens, and then he has no Lings back at home and then loses that way. So I've seen it again happening both ways. Alright, so a couple of links coming out now here from Armani. Just kind of running across the map, seeing what there is to see. Again, nothing too out of the ordinary. And there we go. Balin Nest starting from Penguin, and it's kind of interesting when you have these ZVZs because it's like a mirror matchup. It's almost like Protoss versus Protoss. There's really nothing to really comment on. There's just a good Overlord positioning. Again, mimicked Overlord positioning. Look at Penguin's vision versus Armani's vision. They basically have the similar vision of each other's area. It's just ridiculous, these Overlord positioning that these guys have. And here we go, some speedlings coming out now from Penguin. Let's see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do. There is a queen here, but it looks like they're going to block off, great positioning on trying to block off. And there's a Roach Warren to deal with this. Are they going to go through, or what exactly are they going to try to do? I don't think they're going to be able to push far into this just because there's two queens, not to mention the third queen in the back. I think they're just kind of waiting to see if there's some kind of damage they're going to be able to do. Roach Warren starting over the back for Penguin. Third base started, so basically looks like he's going to try to stop third base from expanding. So Armani getting himself into a little bit of a sieged area. I mean, he's not going to be able to push out. These lings from Penguin are just going to do everything they can to stop these creep tumors from being spread, and for any kind of third base to be taken. Couple lings getting in, sniping a few drones here and there. They're going to run up the ramp, but the queen is here to deal with it. I'm not going to allow any more drones to die. There we go. Third base from Armani finally getting set up, and Penguin's put himself in a great position. He's going to start pumping out as many roaches as he can. Oh, spawnling coming in there from Penguin. Sees Armani's army. Sees that it's the Roach's Ravengers. And decides to switch it up a little bit, getting some Ravengers of his own. Upgrades are in favor of Penguin right now. Missile attack has finished up. Speed upgrade has finished up. Another evolution chamber going down. And the range upgrade for Armani started just a little bit sooner for Penguin, so now they're both kind of on an even keel. And we'll see what exactly do with all is that Overseer does that one ability where it stops production on anything, so any of the larvae or anything like that gets stopped. It's kind of annoying when it gets all said and done. Why is it not cooking? Oh, he stops it again. So actually the upgrades are super far behind now for Penguin, because he keeps putting this contamination, I believe it's what it's called, on that evolution chamber, which pauses any upgrades. And +2 is going to be in favor of Armani, but he's just not moving out just yet. I guess he's just waiting for more units on top of more units. And one thing I always have to point out on this map, and I'll do it every single time, There's dead bodies right there. Every time, it just... And there's a shark floating. Alright, so... +2 has finished up here for Armani. We do see the tunneling claws starting for these roaches here from Armani, not to mention the burrows. Looks like he's just going to try to float across the map, snipe some drones, and then float away. We'll see if he's going to be able to get away with it. Crocodile landing, missing the Overseer again. And Overseer coming across the map. There we go. Snipes a... Oh, he's going to actually start sniping some Overlords. And here comes the army. Penguin sees this army coming, though. And he's going to try to stop him any way he can. The upgrades were in favor of Armani, but now the missile attacks, +2 missile attacks for Penguin, are about to finish up. We do see that the being able to burrow is available and move around while burrowed is available for Armani. Now here comes the attack. Some cross battle landing on both sides. It is a +2 versus +2. Cross battle landing on both players. The favor is leaning slightly for Penguin. He's pushing back, causing Armani to move forward without attacking. Decent exchange from both players, but it just looked like Penguin kind of got the upper hand, got a lot of cross battles off, and hit Armani's army just really significantly. More Overlords getting sniped. And now these rocks are being destroyed. Roach is trying to come down the ramp. Crossobow landing, pushing the army back just a little bit more. Armani doing everything he can to hold onto this, but the +1 armor upgrade is proving its worth against Penguin's army. Armani pushes forward on top of it. More Crossobow landing on top of each other. And more units are streaming in from both players. Armani doing everything he can to hold off this push. Queens are here to help with this, but is it going to be enough? Crossobow landing. Penguin just eating the Crossobow, might as well. And Penguin pulling ahead. And it looks like Penguin's going to take game number 2 with Roach Ravager versus Roach Ravager. So decent shots getting put off right now. More Crossobow landing. And I think Penguin may have overextended just a little bit. He's got more roaches streaming in, which is great, but Armani is able to hold off just a little bit longer. But I just don't think that's it. Once this group of these roaches move and this train of roaches that are coming in finally get in, I just don't think that Armani's will be able to hold on to this. 10 more roaches coming from both players. And I just don't think this is going to be it. Armani trying to hold on the best he can with his Overseer here. He's going to be able to see all these units that are burrowed. And I think that's going to be it. GG gets called. And Penguin takes game number 2. And now it's a series of 1-1, guys. Let's see. And try to get to game number 3 going. Map number 3. This is the ESL Cup number 120. We are in the finals of Armani versus Penguin. So hopefully we'll get this started shortly. Bless you. Let's put on some music in the background. Alright guys, we just had to do throwing some music during that break. We're going to be jumping into game number 3, spawning in the bottom left position. We have the red Zerg player. It is Penguin. And spawning in the top right position, the green Zerg player. It is ARAMNI. So here we go, finally seeing some different builds from both players. ARAMNI going for a hatchery first. This is a very short map, so I would almost venture to bet that if you're on ladder, you will get cheesed on this map. It's just playing against Zerg, you will get cheesed on this map. It's such a short spawn. It's I can sense slowlings. I can send slowlings and get to that side of the map. It's just that's how short it is. So we do see that Penguin decided to go for the pool first. He's going to get a queen out. He's going to get actually a couple lings out. Doesn't look like he will go to be super aggressive. He's got an oh, there we go. Now he's getting more lings out. So actually, he's actually going to try to go to get that hatchery canceled. And ARAMNI sees the couple lings coming out, has plenty of defensive of his own. Going to get a queen, couple lings out, but more lings going to come out from Penguin. And I don't think ARAMNI is going to be ready for it. Basically, what he's going to do is going to try to gear up, get as many lings as he can to be at his base, and then send him across. He's going to actually push away this overlord with that queen. And Balin has started now from ARAMNI right in front of Penguin. So Penguin knows that he has to push on through. And here we go, speedlings coming across. I don't think ARAMNI sees it, but there's a grip of lings coming across the map now. And ARAMNI just does not see it coming. He's going to have a couple lings of his own, which is great. And they're speedlings, so he knows speedlings are coming across the map. Now he knows there's going to be a lot of units. Queen goes all the way back, but it's just not going to be enough. There's actually going to get a surround on the first set of queens. Drones are here to try to defend against this. But is it going to be enough? More lings going to come in. Bailey Nest is finished up here from ARAMNI. And lings are going to come in here. Oh, there's a lot of Banes. Their Banes are going to go through. They're going to try to land on ARAMNI's Banes, or they're just going to go straight for the drone line. And they're going to go straight for the drone line. And huge detonation. 16 drones killed. And Penguin still putting on the aggression. Going to go after as many Banes as he can. 16 drones, though. I mean, that's a lot of drones killed. There's still 2 Balins here for ARAMNI to help deal with this. And the lings from Penguin coming on in, landing, hitting some more drones. There's no more Banes left now from ARAMNI. ARAMNI needs to start morphing in some more Banes. We do see one on the way. I have no idea where it's getting built at, though. Oh, there it is. GG gets called, and Penguin takes game number 2. Surprise fashion there by taking it so very quickly. And we'll be jumping into map 4. As now it's a best of 2 of 1 series so far. It's best of 5. So this is match point here from Penguin. So to get the pressure off, ARAMNI needs to win this. So the pressure's on ARAMNI right now to win game number 4. We'll see what map they choose. I haven't seen any of the 4 spawn map yet. Like I said, if you are a Zerg player, you're playing on ladder, and you play against a Zerg, you are almost guaranteed, depending on your skill level, you'll get cheesed on that map. It's going to happen. There's really nothing you could do about it, unfortunately. So we're waiting for the for them to choose the map. And of course, guys, I appreciate everyone that's been cheering, following the channel, supporting the channel. It means a lot to me that you guys are able to support it, and really appreciate that. So make sure you guys try to show your support any way you can. I 100% appreciate it. Alright, cool. So the map, here we go. We got the map pick going. thank you guys waiting for that break. Penguin asked for a quick 45-second break, so you go have a cigarette. So we gave him that time. So now we are ready to jump right into it. This is going to be game number 4 of a best of 5 series for the ESL Cup number 120. It's been a great game, great day for StarCraft so far. And thank you guys so much for watching this. You guys are watching this on Dre TV, and of course I am Draven. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I appreciate the cheers and all that support you guys are showing me. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Spawning in the bottom right position, the red Zerg player that's up 1 in this best of, or up 2 in this best of 5 series. It is Penguin. And the green Zerg player spawning in the top left position. He's down 1. He needs 2. He needs 1 to stay in it, 2 to win it. It is ARAMNI. And similar builds practically thus far. We got the hatchery starting basically at the same time. Spawning pool in favor of Penguin just a little bit. And the gas is actually in favor of ARAMNI. So it should be a pretty standard opening from both players. Nothing too out of the ordinary happening so far. So speed upgrade started for both players. Queens, Lings, drones, everything is basically happening at the same time for both players. And Penguin doing such a good job so far. Especially had great Bane controls at the start of that Balin that started for both players at practically the same time. And you guys destroy those unbuildable rocks. And third base from Penguin actually getting taken down, and ARAMNI sending his overlord to go see if that third base has started, and sure enough, Penguin has started that base. Good timing on that overlord, sees it. Queen's going after the one Ling that's there. Gets it taken down. Baliness is finished up now, and another Ling from Penguin trying to get into the base of ARAMNI, but ARAMNI speed upgrade is about to finish. Both players' speed upgrade is about to finish. A couple Banes are going to hang tight at their own bases just in case any kind of crazy attacks start happening from either player. But it is a good note that Penguin is on 3 bases, and ARAMNI doesn't really look like he's going to be trying to go for 3 bases. And huge Ling swell coming across the map now. ARAMNI is making a lot of Banes to try to help deal with this that is coming now. And we'll see exactly if he rushes in there, exactly what he's going to be able to do. And Lings try to get in. They see the Banes. They're going to try to throw out each individual Ling to go after the Banes. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. Coming in now, rushing on top of the spine. Not the greatest idea. Banes here now, trying to get some good hits on top of Penguin's Lings. But the problem is now the Lings from Penguin are kind of trapped by ARAMNI's Lings and almost got snagged there. By those Banes. And like I said, ARAMNI is sticking with this one base, or excuse me, these 2 bases. He's got the Spire in the back. ARAMNI really likes going for those mutas. He just hasn't had a successful time just yet with getting mutas on the map and controlling the matchup. He just always had it just a little too late. Ling's coming now from ARAMNI around the east side, trying to get some kind of decent shots. Actually gets past it, gets hit by those Banes, taking out 1 Bane for almost 7 Lings. Overseer's in the back just taking a look at a couple things. And a lot of overseers from Armani, man. I think he's actually going to come and start doing contamination and stopping those buildings from upgrading, doing the upgrades. Ling's going to try to run in and actually go after Penguin's third base. This overseer, though, is in a very trying position. These Lings are going to come in, sees the Bane, decides to back off. And good hit on that Bane, getting rid of about half the Lings. He will lose a drone, which is decent, I guess, to get picked off there. And Spore Callers have now started. Roach Warren finished up getting those upgrades, the range upgrade as well. And Penguin's sitting in a decent spot, at least in terms of buildings. But there you go. Armani has his mutas on the map, though. Got 3 mutas on the map. It's going for Hydras as well. Looks like it's going to be a muta Hydras type build. And sniping some overlords. I mean, which is super annoying as a Zerg player to get your overlord sniped like this. I can't freaking see past that. And now here's a swell of mutas, and we'll see exactly what they try to do. There is spore crawlers kind of thrown sporadically across the creep there. He's going to run to the base. There is only a single queen. Oh, if he gets all these overlords that kind of snap, this is going to put a problem from Penguin. If he loses, already lost 1 overlord, he's going to lose a 2nd overlord. Lost a drone at the same time. This queen is here. And, I mean, losing 2 overlords, you're going to have to rebuild them, which is super annoying as a Zerg player. I mean, that's 100 minerals. And these Lings are going to try to run into the north side of this base. Hydralis going on the back. And the infestors are coming out here from Penguins. Looks like he's going to try to do some infestation plays. If you guys take a look at my clips that I have saved, you can see that I had some pretty sick infestor plays against... some infestor plays against some Terrans. There's actually some pretty sick fungal plays there. Queen getting taken down by this mutas, almost there. Drone gets sniped in the meantime. But after the extractor, the drone's getting pulled from the extractor. Queen doing everything he can to try to save this extractor. It doesn't have enough energy for a transfuse. Is he going to try to transfuse it, though? That's the thing, though. Is it worth it? No. More roaches coming out here from Penguin. Has the Hydralis and a couple of infestors. The infestors just starting sitting there in the back and actually gaining a lot of energy here. So he's going to be able to fungal growth these, no problem. There's only a small group of these mutas. Oh, but lurkers. This is like the Zerg. This is like the Zerg kryptonite, ironically enough. Is lurkers. And I don't think Penguin even realizes that lurkers are on the map. But he's actually about to right now. These roaches are going to see the lurkers. And he's going to know that he's going to be dealing with lurkers. And he start making... overseers as best he can. More lurkers coming in with the mutas, and there's 1 overseer on the map, and that's just it at the moment. A lot of Hydralis, which is great. This one roach doing his melee attack. He needs to back up and do the extra damage for his ranged. But here comes the lurkers. Lurkers are going to start burrowing on themselves, just clearing out the creep. I mean, it's really no big deal losing. Let's see if he can fungal growth them before they burrow. Oh, they still... That's kind of dumb. If they are fungal growth, I don't think you should be able to burrow lurkers. But there's a lot of Hydralis, a lot of roaches here. Good spread. And these lurkers get cleared out here, and Penguin is taking this fight. And I don't think he was expecting to lose that many lurkers so quickly. But he did. Roach is coming into the fourth base of Penguin. Penguin needs to take this down. Gets down the Spore Crawler to stop them from shooting down his mutas. But I don't think it's going to be enough. And the hatchery does get taken down. Great pick off there from Penguin. Unfortunately, he was just too far away to deal with it. And Armani gets that snipe. And he really needed that extra snipe. It doesn't look like there's any more infestors with it. And I think it's because he realizes that the mutas aren't really something he has to worry about anymore. Not to mention that he's been fighting against those lurkers. So it's really nothing too, no big deal that he has to deal with. Last little bit of mutas get cleared up. More lurkers being morphed in right now for Armani. One infestor, that lone infestor. And Penguin's starting to push out just a little bit. Upgrades are the same for both players. Got the +2 range upgrade. And they're moving across the map. I don't think Armani knows just yet that there's that attack coming. He's got to know now. And a couple of these roaches get picked off a little bit. There is one infestor with it, but I just don't think it's going to be... I don't think he's going to be able to do anything with it. There we go. Last little bit of the lings get cleared up, at least the broodlings. And now the fourth base of Armani is going to get kind of nervous. Lurkers get burrowed. Good positioning on these lurkers. I think he should probably spread them out just a little bit better. There we go. Push them forward a little bit more. And the roaches try to push on top. I just don't think he's going to be able to push up this hill. Not with all these lurkers here. Oh, look at all these Banes. Armani just, I don't know what he was doing, but pushing a lot of Banes. It looks like he's going to try to sandwich them. Lurkers go down, and the Banes are going to come in. They're rolling in from the back outside there, and Penguin's not realizing that there's Banes here. And Penguin just losing almost his entire army to that huge Baneling hit that was coming. And Armani, couple good fungal growth on there, stopping the roaches from coming in. But is it going to be enough? Because he's got a decent number. He's got a lot of infestors, but doesn't have in terms of army supply. So the army is a little bit in favor of Armani here at the moment. Double the army supply here. Vipers are here to try to help do it. They're going to start putting down the gas thing to help with the lurkers. Pulls one lurker out of the ground, second lurker out of the ground. Lurkers try to re-burrow as quickly as they can. Cross about landing on two more lurkers, but I just don't think it's going to be enough here. And Armani is going to even up the game and going to bring it to a 2-2 series winner. Grand finals. And it looks like the grand finals will be played. There we go. GG gets called. Game number 5 in the works. Great play from both players. Armani going for the Jur Kryptonite, like I said before, is the like I said before, Lurkers is just the Zerg Kryptonite. And Armani did a great job controlling that. The infestors from Penguin tried, but I think it's kind of weird that fungal growths don't prevent units from burrowing. But, I mean, that's just neither here nor there. We're going to get this going now. Let's get the invite to game, invite to game. All right, guys, thank you so much for holding us through that break. What players wanted to take a quick breather? We gave them an extra couple minutes. And without further ado, we're going to be jumping into the grand finals. This is a best of 5, so we're jumping into match number 5. So this is for all the marbles. This is for the $50 US cash prize. Spawning in the top left position, the green the green Zerg player, it is Armani. And spawning in the bottom right position, it is the red Zerg player, it is Penguin. Similar builds from both players. It looks like we're going to go into like the Speedling, Baneling nest kind of attack that we've been used to so far. And I'm interested to see where they decide to take each game after this, just to see what is going on. We just see I have a couple queens popping out now here from Penguin. A couple lings as well, nothing too out of the ordinary. This matchup is quite interesting in terms of just positioning. Both players decided to take their normal natural, which is fine. But there is that third base that if you could defend well and kind of keep hidden, it could prove to be very useful. And a couple other things on this map I do like to point out. That there's surfboards and lounge chairs and the coolers that don't have anything except grenade shells in them, and a speedboat for some reason. I don't know, I just think it's interesting that they would put stuff like this, because you don't really get the chance to see like really humans, outside of the Terrans. But like in the campaigns, you kind of get deal a little bit with the lore and civilians and stuff like that, but you forget that there's actual, like the lore, there's like people. And so they're fighting on what would be a normal good beach. Anyways, these map designs are so cool. And 3 bases popping down around 3-minute mark for both players. It's kind of running around making sure either player didn't take the gold. Metaboost is complete. Speed upgrade has finished now from Penguin. But look at 16 links coming out from Armani. Armani wants to punish Penguin quick. And I don't know if Penguin just now sees the flux in lings. So he's going to have to start making a lot more lings and start getting some Banes out. There we go. We do see the Banes now from Penguin coming in. That third base is going to get canceled. Oh, he's not going to cancel it. That third base is going to have a bad day. Bane's coming in, landing. Are they going to go after the lings though? They get through. Huge Bane hits. All the Banes are gone from Penguin, and mistakenly enough, Penguin Armani accidentally hit a Bane on top of the queens. He's actually going to just straight focus down that third base and get in, but the Banes are going to try to go in, take down the last little bit of the lings, and Armani's just pushing through with more lings. And interesting enough, like I said before, that's kind of one of those times I've mentioned where it's great you stop that third base or stop that second base if you go super aggressive, but then you kind of leave yourself open to counterattacks. And right now Penguin, depending on these hits right now, good Baneling control from Armani, and this just sacrifices all the Banes on top of it. And here we go, Penguin is he's trying to hold on. He might get this third base canceled again. Bane's coming in, getting huge hit in most of the lings here from Armani, but just not quite enough. More lings coming out here from Armani, and that third base is going to be popping up, and it is going to be bleeding like crazy. Lings running all the way back, trying to get in. And now Roach Warren is here for Armani. Looks like he's going to try to convert into Roach Warren. But now the counterattack from Penguin is coming across the map. Penguin has a little bit of the higher supply army count. Banes are going to try to come in and deal with this. Banes are just at the splash area. Banes coming up the ramp now from Armani. Penguin getting an upper hand in terms of lane kills. Banes trying to get a good hit on top of that. The Banes are going to roll in and get some drone kills, actually. Might as well. Sacrifices 3 drone kills. 3 drones right on top of it. And Penguin only has enough for about 10 lings here at the moment. And He's going to try to go for that fourth base yet again, or excuse me, that third base. Gets the cancel on these Lings, and Bane's coming in, landing on top of as many Lings as they can. And good Ling shots, and now here come the Roaches. And unfortunately for Penguin, he did not really sense these Roaches coming out. So he got that range upgrade for the Roaches, but he's getting more and more Lings. There should be enough Lings to deal with these Roaches coming out. Like, I don't really think there's going to be that many Roaches to deal with, but the Lings coming in, sniping, almost sniping another Queen. And now Penguin just has nothing but Banes. And the Banes are here. The Roaches are here. I'm going to try to get the surround on top of this. Banes coming in, doing extra damage to the other Banes of Armani. And Penguin trying to hold on to this, but it's not going to be enough. And one more Queen goes down. Second Queen goes down. And this third base, I think, is going to be toast yet again. He's not going to be able to... He didn't get the cancel off on the first time. And I don't think he's going to be able to... I don't think he's going to be able to save it. These Lings going after it, just kind of baiting back and forth, making sure he doesn't get the larva that spawns from it, or the speedling or the broodlings that spawn from it. And Roaches are coming in. He's going to go after the drone line, going to go after those Queens. And this third base is just going to be held up yet again. A lot of drones getting killed now. Lings here from Penguin doing everything he can, but he doesn't really have that much left over. He's kind of broke here at the moment. More Lings streaming in across the map. Last little bit of the Roaches. So Penguin is holding on, and Armani looks like he's about to do it and take game number 5. Is he going to win the finals, come back from a 2-1 deficit, and take 2 games in a row off Penguin and win the ESL America's Cup Open number 120? It looks like it's going to be that way. GG gets called, and Armani takes game number 5 and wins the series and earns that $50 cash. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Armani and Penguin, game number 5. The winner goes to Armani. GG, both players. And that was absolutely amazing. Great play from both players. And I'm going to switch over servers here real quick. And let's get this going. There we go. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to throw it to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the final up and a couple other things. So we're going to be right back.